Hi. We're going to Guatemala in a few days, and it's a place where I've had some beautiful and some horrible experiences. I'll get back to that in a few minutes. I've noticed something about myself. Right before I leave a place, something in me starts leaving early. I've traveled since I was very young, and I've been a full-time nomad since 2017. Some places I stay 3 days, some 3 months, some almost a year. And every single time, 1 or 2 weeks before I go, I get what I would call the leaving jitters. I want everything packed, suitcase by the door, like I'm already halfway gone. I've learned that if I'm not careful, I disappear from the place before I actually leave it. So now I do the opposite. I slow down, I eat with more attention, I show up more deliberately. I stay grounded on purpose, just a little longer. Lalo and I have been in Mexico for a while now. In December he drove the car to Guatemala to renew the car visa, and he came back completely in love with Lake Atitlán and Antigua, and he said, "I think we should go there in the spring." And that landed in me in a very particular way because I was there before in 1991. It's 35 years ago. Back then there were like maybe 5 foreigners by the lake, no hotels, a sand beach, one inn called the Last Resort, 2 rooms upstairs with no windows, no doors, just beds. And I think it was $3 to sleep there for a night. They served rum and Coke downstairs, and it came with this much Coke and this much rum because Coca-Cola was a lot cheaper. Rum was a lot cheaper than Coca-Cola. The place was raw and quiet and very, very kind. I traveled alone for 2.5 months through Mexico and Guatemala, and back then nobody spoke English. You couldn't buy things imported from elsewhere. Everything was local. And something in me opened there. I felt at home. Near the lake, there was a small village. It had a lot of kids in the streets. I don't know if they were orphans. But I remember thinking very clearly, I want to come back. I want to build a school and maybe an orphanage if it's needed. But 2 weeks after I returned to Denmark, the office I was in received a telefax. The Guatemalan government had wiped out that entire village. Men, women, children. They were accused of harboring guerrillas, and when the government couldn't find the guerrillas, they simply killed the whole village. That story has lived inside me for 35 years. Kind of unfinished, unresolved, mostly because I never heard what happened after. How did the community go on living after that? So I want to do something different. I want to find someone who lived by the lake back then. Someone who knows what happened after that. So yes, I'm excited to go back. And yes, I'm also a little scared. Not of Guatemala, but of meeting a place that carries memory. I'll share how it feels as we go. If you've been to Guatemala, especially around Lake Atitlán, tell me when and where and what you like. Tell me what stayed with you, what you remember from the place. I want to hear about your travels. Thank you so much for being here, and see you soon again. Bye.